I've come.
Ahoy, bitches and bros and non-binary hoes. Welcome back to another episode of Robby Reviews. Today we're taking a look at Transformers 1. I bet you guys didn't even know this movie came out because the marketing is abysmal. And it's such a shame because this is a great movie too that nobody is seeing. This movie is honestly bombing kind of hard. And it's such a shame. It is, quite honestly, the best Transformers movie to come out. Now listen, I love the Michael Bay movies, mainly the first one and Dark of the Moon, but let's be 100% real with ourselves. They are not good movies. They are only carried by great visual effects, and obviously like the Transformers are awesome. But like everything else in those movies sucks hard, and of course like the action's amazing, but like everything else sucks hard. I enjoyed like Bumblebee, Rise of the Beast, and I remember really liking the cartoon from like the 80s, like early 90s, and the movie that came from that period, but I haven't seen those since I was a kid, so I don't really have a strong opinion on it now. But anyway, Transformers 1 came out. It's basically like the Optimus Prime and Megatron, and I guess you can say Bumblebee origin story, and I think it's pretty good. It's got a fun story. It has like a new twist on it. There's lots of humor that I think is very funny. I thought the humor was going to be very annoying, very like, childish, because they were clearly aiming for a child demographic. But no, it was actually very funny. It got a few, chuckles out of me. I thought it was very funny. And the story is great too. The story is pretty fun. It's nothing that's going to, knock your socks off or anything, but it's fun. It's effective at getting you hooked in. And I also think the characters are very strong. Obviously, Optimus Prime's my favorite Transformer. I freaking love Optimus Prime, no matter what version of it is. Whether it be where he's like the warmongering murderer in the Bay film,
No, Optimus!
or this like fun version, or like in Bumblebee. Optimus Prime just is always such a cool character, so he gets a great adaptation here. I also really like this version of Megatron. I think Megatron is such a strong character in this movie. I really liked him, and I really liked Optimus's and Megatron's friendship. It felt very natural, very believable, and very fun. They really did feel like bros. It was very good. I really liked it. And also, Bumblebee's a great character in this movie. He's kind of like the comedic relief of the movie, and he's very, very funny. He is very, very funny. He's kind of he's like a loudmouth type of character, like the sweet one. And I think he's very funny. The only one I didn't really vibe with was like Alina, the one Scarlett Johansson voices. I just thought she was, kind of a bitch, to put it bluntly. She was just very like annoying, like a very like naggy bitch that has to prove she's better than everyone. Just not a very likable character. There's also other great characters like Sentinel Prime's in this, and he's very cool. And they also have like a few like iconic Transformers favorites that I won't spoil because they come in at the very end, and I think they're great too. Another thing I can compliment this movie on is the animation. Originally, I was kind of worried that the animation would look like ass. I don't know, from the trailers it didn't look very good to me, but it really grew on me as I watched the movie. The animation's very good, and it lends itself to some very great visuals and action, especially towards the end. Like, damn, they were cooking. Also, the voice acting from top to bottom is very good. My favorite performances are Chris Hemsworth as Optimus Prime. Well, his name's like Optimus I forget what his real name is, but everyone knows it's fucking Optimus Prime and Megatron. Okay, I don't need to like say their like real names. Everyone knows who they are. But anyway, I think he does a great job. He doesn't try to do a impression of the original voice actor that was Optimus for so long. He does his own thing and it works very well. It sounds believable, like it could be Optimus, but it's his own twist on it. It's kind of funny to hear him without like the Aussie accent. Like I'm so used to hearing his Thor accent, because he does it in like every movie. But he does a great job here. He really does. But the standout, by far the best performance is Brian Tyree Henry as Megatron. He does a great job. Like he's really shown he's one of the most versatile actors in Hollywood. He's got like Into the Spider-Verse, Bullet Train. Obviously, he was in Godzilla. He was also in Eternals. He's done like a bunch of different roles, man. He's very, very talented. Like a really underappreciated actor. And when he actually, I hope I'm not spoiling it, but I mean it's an origin story. But like when he like fully becomes Megatron, oh my god, this dude is so fucking cool, man. He is so good as Megatron, man. It might be like my go-to voice for Megatron now. He did such a great job. And like I said, the fight scenes are amazing. There's a big battle at the end, and honestly, I was straight up getting goosebumps at the end, like at the last like 20 minutes. The last 20 minutes kicks so much ass, dude. Holy shit. It goes so hard. I was like, oh my god, am I getting goosebumps from this? What the fuck? It was really good. The last like 20 to 30 minutes will knock your fucking socks off. It was great. Overall, I don't really have any negative things to say about the movie per se, but more like the theater experience I had. Now look, I understand I'm watching Transformers. It's a kids movie. There's gonna be kids there, and they were obnoxious and loud as shit and just were on like a sugar fucking high at the moment. So I know I'm gonna be surrounded by kids. But I accept that, alright? I do think parents should do a better job of just making their kids calm down and tell them they're not the main character. I've noticed that since like COVID, where like parents will just let their kids run wild. I think they need to do a much better job of that, just instead of just letting them run free just because you didn't want them. But what I do have a problem with, how is it in 2024 people are still bringing babies to movie theaters? Oh, but it's a kids movie. It's a baby. He's not going to remember anything on screen. He's not going to recognize anything except for maybe like shapes and stuff. Why are we still bringing babies in 2024 to movies? Why? It's ridiculous. They're like, oh, but I want to see it. Well, you axe that world of going to the movies once you decide to have that baby. I really need parents to just put their minds into other people and say, you know, would I really want to see this movie with a baby just screaming at the top of its lungs? Because the answer is no. It's no. Like, no, we don't want to hear your baby at the movie theater. Why are you still bringing it? I don't know why. This may sound a little mean, but I don't know why theaters don't just straight up just ban people from bringing their babies. It's no place for a baby. I don't mind like babies in public at all. I'm not trying to say that. It's just, why in a space where you're supposed to be quiet and watch a movie, or you paid to watch a film, why are we still allowing? I get it's a kids movie, but it's like they don't know what's happening. It's a simple solution. Like, it drives me fucking crazy sometimes. Like, why do these parents think it's a good idea to bring their baby there? It's no place for them, but it still fucking happens. It's ridiculous. So, if you're a parent watching this, please do not bring your baby to a movie theater. It's not the place for them. Nobody wants to hear your baby scream at the top of their lungs because they didn't get their milkies. Nobody wants to do that. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna give this movie a 7.5 out of 10. It's a great movie. It's nothing that's gonna knock your socks off or anything, but it's a good, solid, way to kill time, I suppose. Sadly, it's probably the best Transformers movie. Maybe besides like Bumblebee. I haven't seen Bumblebee in a long time, so I could see it maybe being better than Bumblebee. But yeah, overall, it's a good movie. I just had a bad theater experience with just screaming kids and babies. So yeah, that's about it, guys. I'll see you guys later.